Hello. I'll just being asked a question about the prostatectomy. Basically, that's where they do keyhole surgery on your stomach, some incisions, and then with a robotic machine, they actually take out your prostate, which is cancerous. It's they make out that it's revolutionary, and it once your prostate's out, that's the end of your cancer, and it's miraculous, and everything's going to be fine, and you're back to normal. It's not. The truth of the matter is that the surgical technique is revolutionary, but they're actually cutting away tubes and connections which go to your bladder for your urine to flow out and such. And at the end of it, when they've like taken out your prostate and stitched you back up, you'll be given nappies, or as the Americans call it, diapers, adult nappies, like baby pampers, to wear because you'll be incontinent. You'll leak. You'll leak for months. You have to do some exercises to strengthen your pelvic floor, and even then, after X amount of months, you still may not regain control of your urine, and you'll have to wear pads. For us as men to wear this, this is why on the actual internet and YouTube, people say that they've had their surgery, and they make out that it's all, I mean, they're all sorted and stuff. It's embarrassment, it's shame, because once you have the surgery done, you'll be given those nappies, diapers to wear. You'll be leaking continually because you're incontinent. Think about it. They're cutting out your prostate, and if you look on Google and the human body, the biology, you'll see what tubes and pipes and connections inside you, which they've got to cut away, reattach. And the biggest misconception is that you think that your sexual function will be back to normal. It will not be back to normal. You'll have to use creams, suction cups and pumps and tablets and all that rigmarole. Sex will be completely different. You won't have that, as we like to call it, wood. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about? You won't have that solid wood which you enjoy having sex with your partner with. You won't. It just does not happen, full stop. Sex will be completely different. And that's the thing which men are so ashamed of, put it on the internet to tell other men about, because when they've had this prostatectomy done, they don't want you to know that they're having to use suction pumps and creams and tablets and this and that and this and that, and they've got a floppy penis. It's embarrassing, but that's the truth of the matter. I've only found one video on YouTube recently where this American chap actually told the truth. He actually brought out the actual adult diapers, nappies as we call them in England, the pads which you've got to wear until you can manage to control the incontinence, because you'll be continually dripping wherever you go out, under your shorts, under your trousers. You'll be having these baby pants. There's no other way to put it. It's embarrassing, it's degrading. And this is what the cancer people, specialists, call "we are beating cancer." Think about it. This is what they call "we are beating cancer." It's a joke. And even though you may get 80% or maybe 90% control of your incontinence, or your dripping penis, let's be frank about it, dripping penis, you may you still have leaks. So you still have to wear these pads in your underpants, in your shorts. You can't wear boxers. You'll have to wear pads to hold these pads in place. And that's why all these so-called celebrities out there, when they say, oh, I've had a prostatectomy done, and they're gushing on this and that, all my cancers, they're being disingenuous. They're not telling you the whole truth. The oncologists, the doctors, the nurses, they won't tell you the whole truth, because at the end of the day, their job is to save your life or extend it. That's what they're doing. But I like to know the whole truth, everything from A to Z. Z? Z? A to Z. I like to know the whole truth. And I'm sure you out there, if you've got prostate cancer, you want to know everything before you make an informed decision on whether you want to go down that route. Because at the end of the day, they may take out your prostate. But if your cancer's already aggressive, it's going to come back. So why are you going to put yourself through all that misery? Why are you going to put yourself in all that misery of having all that major surgery then, and then your cancer comes back within a couple of months, and then you're back to square one again. Plus you've got like a dripping tap. I keep on stressing this. Nowadays, in 2024, cancer is a business. It really is. You've got to, it's a minefield out there of all these people doing this and that, and all these Cancer UK and Cancer this and Macmillan this and that, and they're all getting paid from our donations. But what they're actually giving back to us from those donations is nothing, absolutely nothing, because the treatment is still medieval. Radiotherapy, chemotherapy, hormone treatment. Then if all that fails, they cut you up like a slab of meat. And they have the audacity then to come on these media outlets, on TV, on our smartphones, and said, we are beating cancer. A catchy phrase, we are beating it. That's not beating cancer. It's Frankenstein science, and them not being upfront and honest with the truth to us men of what they're actually doing and what the outcome is. Because all this, like, you've got to find out for yourself, and you can search and search. I've searched for years to find out all this information, because men don't want to humiliate themselves or tell other men the actual truth about the after effects of having your prostate out, and the failure, their sex life afterwards. And it's abysmal. We men, we're driven by what we see, and we like sex, simple as that. And then if you have that procedure done, and then you're under the assumption that everything's going to be all right, it's not. Your sex life will be an abject failure. You'll be Mr. Floppy Dick, Mr. Soft Dick, Mr. Dripping Dick. That's what you'll be until you gain, or if you ever gain, full control of your incontinence. You might get 90% of it, but you'll still have accidental leaking. And they say that is acceptable. Leaking in your pants, leaking in your jeans, that's acceptable. We are beating cancer. It's not. But, as I say, hundreds of thousands of men around the world have gone through this procedure. But there's only a few who are honest. And it's very difficult to find those people who are willing to tell the truth of what actually has happened. Their wives tell the truth, some of them. If you manage to find it on the actual internet, I found a couple of internet. The wives have said sex is an abject failure. It's shameful. because it's totally different. You'll be having to get things out which a man shouldn't have to get out to enjoy sex. But some people, once they hear the actual diagnosis of cancer, they panic and they jump to this, jump to that, without thinking, without researching. And what I'm saying to you is, before you take the options, first find out everything about your cancer. Find out the actual stage of your cancer, your PSA, your Gleason. Find out how long you've had it, and if your body is flooded already with microcancers. Because if it has, that cancer will come back. As I said to you earlier on in my videos, stage 1 and stage 2 can be cured because they caught the cancer when it's really small. Stage 3 and 4, all they can do is prolong your life. And if you've got an aggressive cancer, a high Gleason score, 8, 9 or 10, then that means that cancer is really aggressive. No matter if they take out your prostate, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, that cancer will come back. But at the end of the day, you have to make the informed decision, the choice yourself. But you have to have all the information, all the facts. And that's what the cancer people don't want to tell us about. They want to come out with a catchy phrase: we are beating cancer. It's a big fat lie. Cancer is a business. I'll end there.